Hello, welcome to more Vintage Cube. We got good cards, bad cards, all the cards in this pack. Emrakul the Iron's Torn, one of the better first picks. There's so many cool things you can do with this, so probably what I'm going to take. Wheel of Fortune, Blood Crypt, also pretty fun, and then Glenelendra is no fun for anybody, but it's awesome. Like, it just stops your opponent from casting any of the, busted spells like Wheel of Fortune. We're going to start with Emrakul, though. I think my second pick would have been probably Glen. Oh, well, I mean, that's why you take Emrakul, right? Sneak attack's busted. I love Relic, Ritual. That's about it. But how do I pass up this start? Third pick, Strip Mine. How do I get past that? I also love Time Spiral and Zealous Conscripts. So Sneak Attack Zealous Conscripts is kind of sweet. It lets you go into like the sneaky Kiki, which is probably my favorite archetype, where you play sneak attack and just put the Kiki combo into play. Your opponent's like, oh, that's cool. Time Spiral, on the other hand, lets us just do some like really busted sneak attack Emrakul stuff. I love Strip Mine, but this is not really the deck for it. I'm gonna take Time Spiral though, even though I said that after I took it. You know what I mean. So Baral helps with Time Spiral. Bargain's a powerful card, but it frequently wheels, and it is 6 mana. I already just took a 6 mana play. I think Baral, Time Spiral, we can get somewhere. There's a Kozilek. Kozilek sneak attack is good. There's also Electromancer and Compulsive Research though. And we already have Emrakul. I think I'm gonna try and have this come around. I think Compulsive is just better in general. And then we get this pack. Solemn's a good role player. Solemn's actually pretty good with sneak attack too. I just don't think Empty is worth it. And Pyroclasm's fine, but Garruk is great. The rest of this pack is terrible. Sneak attack Elesh Norn really doesn't do much. It's basically like a 1 mana Pyroclasm instead of a 2 mana Pyroclasm. I guess she pumps your team, but it just you want to be sneak attacking better stuff. I'm not going to be dismembering or skull clamping, so I could see Garruk getting there. Ugh. Well, these packs started out good, and then they got really bad. There's like a Whisperwood, Vraska, Wrath of God, just a Lightning Strike. I'm just going to take Lightning Strike. It's like some amount of interaction, and it's cheap. I don't want to take like a Vraska. I don't need more 6 mana plays. So in any deck we end up in, like Lightning Strike's fine in Storm. You can use it to hit their face. If we end up in 1000-Year Storm, this is a win con. Otherwise, it's just like a good, cheap way to kill creatures. Ooh. Mana Flare. I know I probably lose way more games than I win by playing this card, but my goodness, is it fun. Like turn 6, Mana Flare to Time Spiral, untap, still 2 lands away from casting Emrakul. You get the idea. It's fun. We'll take big Emrakul now. We'll just be like Emrakul Tribal over here. Those are 3s, those are 4s. Like, I'm not doing this. Okay. Not the best thing to sneak into play, but how cool would it be to sneak into play 2 Emrakuls, huh? So how do we ever get a Progenitus into play? I don't know if we do. Oh, but we could be an Oath of Druids deck. But I probably would also want... I'm going to take Progenitus. We're just going to have a bunch of fatties and try and get Oath. Wear Tear is fine, I guess. Living Death is technically a board wipe. Not great. Smokestack and Kaya. And a Pernicious Deed. Okay, we got some plays. This start looks interesting. What I wanted to do did not come out too much. And someone took the Dark Ritual, I just realized. Sheldock Isle really helps me have all these big plays in hand. And what else? Like Bloodstained Mire? Yeah, I think Sheldock's great. Just when you have like Emrakul, Progenitus, probably not playing this, but you never know. The odds of hitting off Sheldock are much higher. And then, that's another way we can just kind of cheekily win games. Cheekily? It's a cheeky way we can win games? Something like that. Fast Bond. Fast Bond versus Volcanic Island. I feel like I'm taking Fast Bond. I've passed a Wheel of Fortune too. So basically we just got to get like Time Twister, Memory Jar. I think our only out is to go like really big. That might be too big. So I don't want to be winning with Brain Freeze. That's not big enough. Tolarian Academy, we have 1 artifact. Although Academy Time Spiral is like a sweet combo if you can get there. I'm gonna take Thousand Year Storm. Who knows where we're going, but it's gonna be fun. Lotus Bloom. Oh, wow. Okay, couple things here. Sneak Attack Palinchron is an infinite combo. Mana Flare Palinchron, also an infinite combo. But it might come around. No, it's too good. Following that up, we probably... Oh, Arcane Artisan's kind of good in this deck too. So definitely not Pernicious Deeding. Oh yeah, Garrick's sweet with Mana Flare, I just realized that. I think I'm going to try and count on Artisan Wheeling. We just need Misty Rainforest. It also, Misty makes our deck better if we get Crucible of Worlds. That way we can like pull our whole deck into play. Or the creature Crucible of Worlds, I forget what it's called. The Snake Man. And now Botanical Sanctum. Probably just what we got to take if we want to be playing Fast Bond and Garrick. This also sets us up to draw or find Heartbeat of Spring, if that's ever a thing. I want some things that put lands into play, because basically our whole combo depends on having lands in play, with Mana Flare Emrakul requires 7, Palinchron Mana Flare requires 6, I believe. Gilded Lotus. It's expensive, but it's pretty dang good. Okay, I'll take the Lotus. Through the Breach. That's the first real card we've drawn this whole time. Oh man, it's not even that good. I guess like Through the Breach Palinchron is kind of funny. Knight of the Reliquary requires us to go into white. It thins our deck. I don't think we're really reanimate, so I'll just take an Ancient Grudge for those matchups because we are in those colors. Right now, Thousand Year Storm looks terrible, but double casting Time Spiral sounds so fun. Dig Through Time. More big, expensive plays. Oh, let's go with Land Tax. I was just saying things in this deck. Yeah, Land Tax Fast Bond is kind of awesome. And it gives us lands. Okay. I mean, I don't know how I'm getting the white for that, but that seems way better than getting another 8-drop. Follow that up with Bloodbraid Elf. Koth can untap mountains. So that does add mana. Bloodbraid Elf can hit some stuff. I'll take a Koth, I guess. Shallow Grave is another out. Mastermind's Acquisition. I'm not playing double black. I'll take Dev Judgment and Condemn or something. Why is this even in the cube? Arguel's Bloodblast? I have no idea what that's in the cube. It's like okay, I guess. But, oh. And then we get this pack. Jace the Mind Sculptor, Mox Ruby, Underground Sea, Chrome Box, Wall of Roots. I want everything. Mox Ruby seems like the best because it helps us sneak attack and Through the Breach faster. And we might even wheel the Chrome Mox. I think I'm still going to play 17 lands with Mox Ruby because this deck just wants to hit land drops every turn. I'm just going to treat it like a Signet or something that costs 0 mana. Hey, Time Twister. Wow, Library and LED? I think I got to take Time Twister here. We basically are we're now trying to maximize our turn 1 Fast Bond into Time Twister, Time Spiral type openers. Oh, I want them all. So, them all, I mean Factor Fiction and Ramanop. I want those two. Probably not Shallow Graving. So Ramanop is only good with Misty Rainforest Fast Bond, so I'm going to take Factor Fiction and try and wheel the Ramanop. We really need some early mana acceleration though, otherwise we're kind of having to like mulligan to Fast Bond. If we had black fixing, we would have Entomb Emrakul Shallow Grave. As it currently stands, I feel like I'm just taking an Ulamog, and that can replace the other Emrakul. Okay. Get out of here, other Emrakul. There's a new sheriff in town. Oh gosh, Sneak Attack Blightsteel. This is kind of hard. Because Sneak Attack Blightsteel does just win. Taiga is like really good for our mana because we want to cast Fast Bond early. I don't have any fixing. So that's something. And then I think Turnabout is good, but look, we're all in on the sneak attacks. Let's take Blightsteel. Show and Tell. Huh. There's also a High Tide, but I don't know if we have enough. Yeah, you know, if ever there was a deck that wanted to play Show and Tell, it's probably this one. And now, Elves of Deep Shadow helps ramp us. And the rest of the cards, maybe Xenagos. I guess Repeal is also kind of interesting. Yeah, I'll take Repeal. Keeps us alive. Harmonize. Enlightened Tutor. So Enlightened Tutor can find land tax, fast bond, mana flare, other stuff, but it's not green. Do I need Harmonize? I don't think so. We're going to take Tutor, but probably not be able to play it for mana considerations. Huntmaster of the Fells can keep us alive, so we can side that in for the creature matchups. Ooh, I'll take an LED. And then... Balance is interesting. Wow, that is a late Entomb. I don't know what this deck does, but it's not going to be Primal Command. Wow, we got Turnabout back. Okay. We're... We're close to something. I don't know what that thing is. I just don't think the white man on land tax is going to work. It's kind of funny, but... Okay. How is this going to happen? We have green fixing. Wow, High Tide came around. Now I'm interested. Now this deck... High Tide made this deck, like, somewhat passable. I think Koth is probably not good. 23 spells. A bunch of lands? Do I want Repeal? Maybe I do just want Garruk because he's so good with both High Tide and Mana Flare. I know he's going to be hard to cast, but we can like play Mana Flare, play Garruk, untap lands or something like that. And we can find lands off Solemn or Gilded. Okay. I think we're just going to be raced to the finish at this point. Red sources. That's the issue. Lightning Strike is actually not... Lightning Strike is just worse than Repeal. Oh... We do have Thousand Year Storm, but Thousand Year Storming like a High Tide or a Time Spiral is way sweeter. And Repeal draws cards. I think if we're going off, we don't need the Lightning Strike. Thousand Year Storm plus Through the Breach with all of these dorks around can just win the game. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need a Lightning Strike to win the game. We're not really going to be winning off of damage. And the fact that Repeal cycles for a card, number one. And number two costs blue mana, I think is really good for us. Because we really only want like one mountain. And we have High Tide Turnabout. So right now, our chance of turn one fast bond, we only have 4 forests. This is tough. Because we want to maximize the number of islands here. This deck, I think, is actually kind of good now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 turn one green sources. But we don't need it turn one. We just need fast bond before we cast Time Twister or Time Spiral. And red sources, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess 5, kind of. But we really want a bunch of islands for High Tide. I'm going to play with this mana. It's going to look something like this. How many islands do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know if I can reasonably put more than 9 islands for High Tide. I think this deck is saying more blue. My heart says more blue. Well, my mind says more green for fast bond. Because, yeah, like fast bond into Time Spiral is its own type of mana fixing. And we could just mulligan pretty aggressively. Maybe Garruk is bad. Maybe Garruk is bad. But if we're adding the green sources for Garruk, or for fast bond, then we can cast Garruk somewhat reasonably. And he is pretty sweet with Mana Flare and High Tide. Okay, I'm back on board with Garruk. I think the deck might look something like this. We have 3, kind of 4, 5, 6 red sources. And we're not going to be casting Mana Flare until we can go off. Yeah, I think this is how we're going to do it. I really want to go turn 1 fast bond and just go off. If I get to combo out one time with this deck, I will be extremely happy. We'll see what happens. See you guys round 1. So, this hand has Sneak Attack Emrakul on turn like 6. Okay. Well, if we draw a land, because Solemn finds the mountain for Sneak Attack. And if we draw a mountain, then we can do it on turn 5. If this is mono red, we just lose the game. Okay. Island is nice. So let's lead on Forest. I don't even think Sneak Attack Emrakul works against mono red. Oh, it's not mono red. Let's draw a 2-drop. Draw an island. Ooh, they're missing land drops. This is how we win games. And if our Solemn gets mana tithed, that's somewhat of an issue. But nobody's crazy enough to play mana tithe, right? Let's just do it. Hey, why is that way down there? Go up here. Ability, of course. Of course. All right, mountain off the top just as the games. Okay, they're discarding. Whoa, that was not what I expected, given. All right, let's attack. See what happens. Okay, let's go with sneak attack. Play a Sanctum tapped. Opponent discarded Massacre Worm, huh? So they have to be on Reanimator. I don't know what's going on. Ooh. Well, we're just gonna win. Okay, that was odd. I think I found someone with a more ambitious mana base than me. We'll see how that goes. Also, Massacre Worm is just so bad against our deck. This is more of the type of hand I was expecting to draw, and definitely a reason why mulliganing is a great option in this cube. This hand is also pretty bad. How does it get much better? I think it can. This hand is, we draw like, I think I keep this because Fast Bond has some promise if we do draw Time Twister. Like, that's why we kept these hands. And now opponent has the thing. Let's just go Fast Bond, pass. Hymn to Torok kind of gets us. Opponent wouldn't play Hymn to Torok in a deck that's running 2 mountains and a plains, right? Okay. Time Twister. That's a good one. Okay, this is a mold of 4 right now? What do I even take here? Oh my god. Well, I take those. No reason to play any more stuff. We're just gonna pass turn. I can theoretically turn about to cast Garruk. So we'll go for that. Opponent's now on all mount or swamps. Ooh, Shelldock's sweet. I can still turn about to cast Garruk and Shelldock, so right away. Ulamog. I like Time Spiral more than Ulamog. It's sweeter. Is that an issue? Maybe I just want Ulamog. Yeah, their deck seems like it has a problem dealing with Ulamog. Fine. But now I know all my good cards are on the bottom. So that's also an issue. Let's go Island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I can turn about Garruk into Palinchron. Green, turnabout, me. 1, 2. Land, untap. Tap them all. Cast Palinchron, floating. I guess it doesn't matter. Untap all the lands. God, why can't it just auto untap them all? Okay, and then we go Garruk. Make a beast. We fully comboed off here. It's kind of good on turn 3. Chupacabra. So they're going to target Palinchron, I'm guessing, and we're going to bounce it in response. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever read the card Palinchron, but that's about how it goes. That's a good one. Cast you. Untap all the lands. Cast Time Twister. God, this deck is sweet. We're twisting it up. I actually want Islands untap because we have the card High Tide. I believe Shelldock Isle comes online if we draw 1 card. So I can go Mox. Yeah, Shelldock Isle just kills them, so we'll just repeal the Mox, and that goes down to 20. Ulamog killing their swamp, that's gotta be good enough. Yeah, and then I'll have Storm combo as the alternate win con. Ulamog killing plains. Go cast Mox Ruby. Garruk makes a beast. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I could just play Thousand Year Storm. Oh, come on! This deck is awesome! See you guys round 2. Well, we have High Tide Time Spiral, so I don't see how I mulligan this hand. And Palinchron. We just gotta draw islands. And not... This deck is something else. So they mulliganed and scried to the top. Suspend Lotus Bloom and Vision? Oh, they have Ancestral Recall? Dude, no, not cool. Shelldock. Vector Fiction TYS. That one seems like the sweetest. Oh, what? They thought about doing something turn 1. Okay. Well, we might just be able to go off like turn 3 here. But if they're not doing anything, I don't see the reason to really rush. What happens here? I can go High Tide. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I can turnabout, untap everything, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I use High Tide Turnabout, but I get to cast a Gilded Lotus? Sure. Look at me, land, untap, Lotus, pass turn. It's like a 2-mana Black Lotus right there. Not nearly as good as their Lotus Bloom, but this lets us, at the very worst, play like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't let us do a whole lot. Tireless Tracker, land, Sack Investigate. Okay, I mean, they're doing some stuff, but their deck looks relatively fair. Worst was a pretty good draw, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I play Garruk, he kind of just... Well, actually, he doesn't necessarily just die. I can play Garruk, make a beast. I can play Palinchron, but there's no way to filter to green to actually cast Garruk. And having Garruk in play seems better. 3, 4. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play Garruk, make a beast that can block. And then next turn we can do some cool stuff like Time Spiral, Garruk, and all that. Especially if opponent's just cracking clues. They attack Garruk. They don't attack Garruk. I don't know what's going on. Impulsive Research. So, I kind of want to go like Palinchron. This kind of baits out a counterspell from the opponent. And if it doesn't, then we get to do Compulsive Research. Me. I can cast Show and Tell, Blightsteel. Problem is that doesn't actually accomplish very much. I think I'm just going to discard Show and Tell, Blightsteel. Because they're blue-green, they could like go way over the top. They're probably like, what on earth is this boy doing? Play Baral. Garruk makes a beast. We got Time Spiral in hand to do it all over again. Oh, and we have Thousand Year Storm under Shelldock. I totally forgot about that. No attacks with the beast, because they can just block with Tireless Tracker. But now we have sufficient chumps. If they had Mana Drain or Counterspell, I feel like they just countered Palinchron. Okay. This I'm okay with. So they're set up next turn, but we can just kill them before then, hopefully. Sneak attack. Well, 3, 4, 5. This costs 5. I'm just going to keep Gilded Lotus untapped because I don't know what mana I need yet. Untap, 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 untap. 1 remaining. Okay, that's fine. So that's what we expected. Fastbond generates mana because of Turnabout. Let's go Island, Botanical Sanctum. And then we can go Factor Fiction, and we still have mana up for Turnabout. Oh, Fluff costs 3. 1, 2. Yeah. I want a Shelldock Isle here. 1, 2, 3. Factor Fiction. Oh, I can actually take Emrakul and then Thousand Year Storm and just cast Turnabout like 300 times. That works, right? That totally works. Because TYS we've cast... Yeah, let's do it. Choose pile 1. Okay, let's play the land. We take damage, doesn't matter. We still have enough mana to do everything we want. Let's cast Shelldock. Cast this. Go triple blue. Cast Turnabout. I guess I can repeal a token first. Just repeal my beasts because it doesn't matter. That's too greedy. Turnabout seems good enough. Turnabout me. Pay that. 2 copies. Same targets. Same targets. Land. Untap. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. This might be the best deck I've ever built. Granted, my opponents have done literally nothing and have let me goldfish, but I'm enjoying it nonetheless. Oh, this is a 0 mana Time Twister. So I think I keep. And wow, if we draw Fast Bond off the top, this would be probably the nuts. Because we can go Fast Bond, Land, 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 Time Twister, LED, untap. Please, Magic Gods, wherever you are, I want Fast Bond off the top of my deck. Lotus Bloom, okay. Alright. Chat, everyone watching, we're going to draw Fast Bond. Didn't do that. I'm going to now just grab Island with Misty. Because we still have next turn to draw Fast Bond. And it'll still be good there. Signet, Lotus Cobra, sure. So let's fetch just to freak him out, grab an island. Shelldock Isle. That's still kind of good. Okay. This card is great in our deck. Yes, I will take an Ulamog, the Infinite Gyre. They are up to 4 mana. Like, Plow Under destroys this deck, but Garrick I'm cool with. Problem is Time Twister's not even that good because they're down to 2 cards. Huh. There's a High Tide. I think I wait one more turn here. They only have 2 cards in hand. I guess they get the Lotus Bloom, but it just seems so bad to try and go for it with only 3 lands. Next turn we can go High Tide and then combo, and we'll have a green source, which means if we draw a Fast Bond in the Time Twister hand, we can like really do stuff. We just need like, yeah, Knight of the Reliquary. All this is fine with me. Just no slime. Yeah, sure. So we're dead next turn, I imagine. So we kind of have to go off this turn, but not the best draw. So we go Forest, High Tide, LED, cast Time Twister, and I just need 1 green, and I don't have any red, so cracking LED for red kind of makes sense because I can like sneak attack Emrakul, but I also want double blue for Turnabout. I have 5 mana, so if I do this, I only have a single blue, but currently I don't have any red mana. I think we're gonna go big. We're gonna try and get Turnabout. So we're gonna cast this, pulling up a green, cracking LED for blue, and then we Time Twister. We have 5 mana. Compulsive Research can grab us Fast Bond. Brawl makes Compulsive cheaper. I can go Brawl into Compulsive Research, holding up a single green, and try and hit Fast Bond into anything. I'm trying to think, because Compulsive costs 3. I can't cast Turnabout, so we're kind of all in on Fast Bond. Okay. So we have to draw like literally Fast Bond High Tide, or Fast Bond Turnabout. High Tide Time Spiral. Discard a land. Forest. We might be dead. I might get one more turn though, because that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if they can't kill Baral, we can actually get through. Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they had the Arid Mesa for the extra. Maybe they don't crack it. I'm gonna F6. Hopefully they don't see it. Oh, they saw it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I'm dead. Okay. We got this though. Run it back. We're just playing against dirtily creatures. We can totally beat them. Yeah, definitely going first. Turnabout, repeal, compulsive, TYS, Blightsteel. The problem is the more we mulligan, the worse it gets. I'm gonna keep. We have a bunch of islands, so that's really good with High Tide and Time Twister. And repeal can like bounce something to keep us alive. We just have to hit a 3rd land. And we can like discard Blightsteel TYS. I don't know why it keeps not activating. I'm gonna go with more islands still. Wall of Roots is fine. I think I just repeal that to buy time. And figure out what's in my deck. Mountain's good. Now Through the Breach is kind of an out. Knight of the Reliquary is fine. Get in there. Yeah, that card, I mean, it kills me kind of fast, but it's like not the worst thing ever. Gilded Lotus, that is a good one. So, I still kind of like the mountain. Let's Compulsive Research before playing a land and then figure out what we're doing. Target me. Because I'd hate to play a mountain and then have exactly this happen. So I can go discard a land, just discard a mountain, and then play island in case we like top deck High Tide. Next turn we can play Gilded Lotus into Baral. I don't love our chances, but I don't hate them either. Fetch lands with Knight of the Reliquary is like... It is a clock. Oh no. What are you casting for 4? Oh god, okay. Garrick? Coercive Portal. That's fine. As long as they don't have a way... Ooh. Draw 7 is like really good right about now. So, 5. We just have to go Gilded Lotus into... I still think Baral is the best thing to cast right now. And any of our draws... Basically, we just need card draw now. Any of our draw 7s really does a lot. Let's vote for Homage, you get more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Elish Norn? Karn. Whoa, Karn's a problem. Exiling Gilded Lotus? Okay. We can still draw 7, and we can cast it. So I can go Fast Bond, Turnabout, Time Spiral. Man, if we had Gilded Lotus, this would have been so sick, but gotta do what you gotta do. Fast Bond, tap all of this, Turnabout, target me. I'll have the red. I'll float the blue. Land, untap. And I don't need the green anymore. 5 mana, 6 for Time Spiral. We'll float the single red in case we need a double red here. We have Sneak Attack Emrakul. We have a bunch of lands and Palancron. I think we have infinite mana. I think I could just cast an Emrakul. Play Misty, take more, fetch, grab another island. Play Solemn, because we can, I guess Solemn is kind of overkill. We can go Sneak Attack here. And then we put Palancron into play. Untap all our lands. Then we return Palancron. Now we cast him. I don't think I have double red. Wait. Did I just mess that up? Hang on. I think I may have messed this up. I mean, I can still sneak attack into Emrakul, but I want to hard cast Emrakul. I think I messed that up. I need to bounce Palancron. I need to sneak attack Solemn into play to get the red mana so I can go infinite. No, I think maybe this works. I have 7. As long as I keep red mana up. I sneak this into play. Untap 7. Okay, I think we got this. Okay, yeah, I think we got this. Then we return him to play. Yeah, we got it, okay. Return, sneak him into play. Untap 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Turn him. Put him into play. Poor opponent has to watch all of this. 7. I wish I could just show them my hand. How much mana is this? 8. We got more. Sneak. Palancron. 9 plus 6 is 15, so we just cast Emrakul. Okay. And that's probably Scoop City. Palancron also has haste, so that can kill Karn. Let's just attack them. Then that's just lethal. Oh god, I guess I could have just sneak attacked both. No, because I didn't have the double red, that's what it was. No, I could have sneak attacked both. Look, I wanted to hard cast an Emrakul, okay? For value. Really sorry, opponent. I didn't realize that I could just kill you. But thanks for being a good sport about it. We're in the finals with this deck. I'm gonna apologize. Oh, I can't. We're in the finals. See you guys real soon. Alright guys, we're in the finals. This is for all the glory. So we really gotta decide well. Show game log. Our opponent mulliganed to 6. This hand is not the best, but it does have a bunch of islands and turnabout, so I have to keep that. Basically, any hand with islands, turnabout, Palancron, Thousand Year Storm, like, just has the potential to go off. Like a single High Tide. If we draw like High Tide into Time Spiral, we're already really well off. Yeah, I gotta keep this. Put a mulligan to 6. Put one on the bottom. They really need to put something here to like show you where they put the cards. That's one thing Arena does pretty well. Oh, no Thoughtseize, nice. Okay, we're going all islands as long as we can. Okay, double black. This is probably Reanimator. I'm gonna pretend like I'm a deck that has like any amount of counterspells or interaction to make them scared. And then they're gonna realize, ooh, I totally forgot that was even in the deck. I'm just gonna jam a Solemn here. And Solemn is going to grab a Forest. Because Fast Bond is kind of still one of the best cards in our deck. And we have double red for sneak attack or stuff like that. And if our opponent is we should be able to race a Pack Rat. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna go for it. If they have Mana Leak, sure. But if they don't have Mana Leak, and we draw any spells, we can go like Turnabout. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. And if they want to attack, we get to draw a card off Solemn. So that's pretty scary. God, please let me draw something good. I'm blocking. I'm blocking. No, no. Well, I guess they have to wait a turn to even make it big enough. Okay, I mean, we don't really need more green. I'll play Mountain. Let's see. If we draw like Mana Flare or High Tide, I think I'm just gonna be happy to get Palancron down. It does pressure them. And it blocks Pack Rat. Like, that just buys us a lot of time. Plus, if they counter Pound... Oh. Okay. This is how we're gonna win. The old Thousand Year Storm Palancron with lands in hand deck. That is how we're going to win this game. Yep, you got it. I can't mulligan these hands. It has all the colors of mana, really good with Fast Bond, and it's kind of immune to discard. Sheldock is also an excellent draw. This card has been an all-star in this deck. Blightsteel Colossus, Thousand Year Storm, Factor Fiction, Garrick. I feel like Thousand Year Storm is probably actually better than Blightsteel, but they're at mono black. What do they do to Blightsteel? I am sad to see Factor Fiction go. We just put a bunch of non-lands on the bottom, so the odds of us drawing lands goes up a lot. But we could like go LED, repeal LED or something like that. Ulamog is... It is a play. I'm going to cast this, just in case. I'm going to wait a turn to repeal, because a lot of our good plays are on turn 4. Just going to keep playing islands and pass. Look, if they're not doing anything, we're not doing anything. I think they're on Reanimator, though. Yeah, I'm just going to keep passing. Misty, okay, that shuffles. Yep, land go really works for me. This is the weirdest match I've ever played. I'm going to fetch an island. I mean, if we just end up going land go, I guess now I play forest. If we just end up going land go until I Sheldock a Blightsteel into play and win the game, like, that would be kind of one of the funniest games I've ever played in my life. They have 6 mana. They have not made a single play. Literal Core. So they're definitely Reanimator. I'm just going to bounce that. Repeal. You can counter my repeal. Ooh, Brawl's good. Sneak Attack's good. In fact, I guess we start with Brawl. Opponent just played Looter last turn. Sneak Attack Ulamog kind of just wins the game next turn. And I can play around Mana Leak next turn. I'm just going to wait. Opponent didn't do anything this turn, so like... Why should I? Also, Brawl kind of signals that I could definitely have counterspells, which they're playing around terribly. But I guess they conceded way too early to know what my deck did. There's the Looter. We're just gonna get into Blightsteel territory. Ooh, Fastbond is good. Fastbond's technically free, so let's start with that. They might counter it too. Okay. Take a damage. Or Sneak Attack, playing around Mana Leak. For those wondering, that does not work with Lion's Eye Diamond. I don't think, because this discards our hand in order to generate the mana. So we have to wait till next turn to get them. This is going to be Venser on Sneak Attack. Oh, Gifts Ungiven for something on Burial Rites. Oh, they don't have the white for on Burial Rites. They do have Flooded Strand. What are they getting? Is it like a value gifts? Doom Whisperer, Grave Titan. You got it, boss. So if I was hoping that was going to cast Gift for the full 4, because then that would have put him down to 20 cards in library off the Looter hit, but we're just gonna have to... None of this matters. Like, you got it. You can reanimate a Grave Titan. I'm just gonna sneak an Ulamog into play, and then follow that up with a Blightsteel. Emrakul's an issue. Oh, is this Living End? Living Death's kind of fun. There's no way to get Ulamog to stay in my graveyard. Okay. That's a good sequence of plays. Now we're in trouble. We might just be dead. We need to draw something like right now. Time Spiral. Mox Ruby. If I Sneak Attack Ulamog, they just sacrifice 4 lands. I think I'm just gonna play Mox Ruby and pass. They really gave us the best possible shot at getting into this game. This is turn 8. They gave us 8 turns of just doing nothing. Okay, putting Jace. They did put 1 on top. So we're taking 13. We're taking all this damage in the air. I don't know why, but they put us down to Sheldock Isle range. 13 and 6. There's no way for us to survive. Because we can block here and here. But then we take 15. Yeah, we're just dead. Moving on. We're hiding all the info, though. And against Reanimator, we don't have much. Alright, deck, we're going first. We're gonna do There's no way that's correct to keep. Show and Tell Time Spiral lands. Show and Tell is very suspect against their deck, but Time Spiral lands gives us an out. Putting that on the bottom. We just need to draw like High Tide, Fast Bond, something. We gotta draw something, but Show and Tell gives us an out if we draw Emrakul. Solemn lets us just ramp to Time Spiral, and Time Spiral shuffles their graveyard. Pack Rat. Alright, we gotta race the Pack Rat now. Do I Show and Tell a Solemn? That seems so bad. So they attack. We Solemn for a mountain, probably. They didn't even make a rat? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on, deck. They have a 1 in 4 of getting it. I can take those odds. Easy ability, yes. I'm gonna get mountain. Pass turn. 25% chance of casting Time Spiral next turn. Or 75% chance. Plus we can block the rat. Alright. Magic gods. Please no. Discard Show and Tell. Okay, island is good. Okay, back on it. Literal core doesn't matter. Okay. Fast Bond. I really wanted that, but I can't risk it another turn. We just got a Time Spiral. If I get like hit by anything, we're just dead. Oh. They did not have a counter spell there. So let's do the thing. Mountain. Shelldock. Turnabout, Ulamog, Show and Tell. Let's grab an Ulamog here. And I want to play around Mana Leak, so we're playing around all the counter magic they could have. Sneak attack. Do a thing. Hey! Hey! Get him. And we got Ulamog on deck. That is a beautiful sequence of events. I wonder if they're chatting. No. I always feel bad. They could still have outs if they like have Entomb plus Reanimate. Plus Animate Dead. Like they sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then they go like land, Animate Dead. They're keeping just the looter. That's bold because they're taking 17 damage. Okay. So he dies. Unfortunately, he shuffles back in, which means it takes even longer for us to Shelldock Isle. At least they realize that looter cannot block Solemn. Emrakul, the Promised End. Okay, they don't have the card Reanimate. I am going to shuffle here to increase my odds of drawing spells. High Tide. Doesn't do anything, okay. Well, they're dead next turn, so they better do something. Animate, if they have the card Animate Dead, that'd be kind of sick. They are at 23. They hit me, they go down to 22. Do they not know they can block with Literal Core? This is a May? No, it's not a May. Okay, let's draw something. Mana Flare. Don't want to cast that. I will trade Solemn. I mean, they just have to chump. I kind of actually want Solemn to die, because then this goes down to 21. And then them reanimating Emrakul doesn't do anything. Down to 21. Okay. Yeah, I mean, now we don't lose to them animating Emrakul, plus Shallow Grave doesn't work because Uno's Prowler is on top. Corpse Dance also doesn't work. Yeah, this is why we made that play, because Necromancy on Emrakul is good, but we're just going to cast an Ulamog and kill the Emrakul, because it only has protection from instants. Good plays, Caleb, good plays. 1,000-Year Storm. Yeah, I don't want to... Maybe I do that in combat? I don't see a reason to not do that in combat. 4, 5, 6. Play 1,000-Year Storm. Yeah, I don't see a reason... Because if I do it now, then Shallow Grave is back online. So I'm just going to let them attack. There's no Annihilate or anything. Yeah, I just... Him to Torak. That's fine. Hey, we kept High Tide. Activate Shelldock. Cast Ulamog. Kill Emrakul. Your boy's in play. Yes! And that... I want to see what I was going to draw. Let me draw... Island. We were going to have a rough go of it. Okay, and then we were going to be able to go like High Tide Turnabout Compulsive. And that's how you win a draft right there. With the old 1,000-Year Storm, Sneak Attack, Fast Bond. See you guys next time.